Welcome to Fatman on Batman. I'm Kevin Smith. Okay, man, they just had the TCAs going on right now out here in California, the Television Critics Association, and that's where like every network rolls out the stuff that they're doing and the stars of the programs they already have on the air. I did it once years ago for the Clerks cartoon. I don't know if we ever did it for AMC, for Comic Book Man. I don't think so. But I know I did it for the Clerks cartoon. And you sit there and talk to critics, ask questions. Usually it's for shows that are returning more so than new shows. But they just announced today at CW's presentation at the TCA that a certain hockey jersey wearing, baseball cap subverting large man is going to be directing an episode of Supergirl. And that person is me, proving once again that if you just tell people in life what you want, it'll happen. I literally just mentioned out loud a few months ago at this point. I was like, I would love to direct an episode of Supergirl. And guess what happened? Now I'm directing an episode of Supergirl. Thrilling. I'm just gonna do that for everything, man. Watch this shit. I would love to direct an episode of Game of Thrones. Fuck. Well, you know what? Takes time. Took time with Supergirl. Amazing job for me because I love the show. I've been watching this show now. I binged all weekend, man. I've seen a lot of episodes and stuff, particularly, well, they did a crossover with Flash, and that's where I saw the pilot and the crossover with Flash, and I watched episode 7. That was the birth of John Jones. John Jones, he was revealed as the Martian Manhunter. Spoilers. A lot of spoilers in this shit. I fucking love this show. It found its footing in episode 7. That's where the show absolutely takes off, man. Incredible cast across the boards, just like in Flash, including Melissa, I want to say Benoist, but you probably don't say that. It's probably Benoist, but Benoist sounds sexier. Melissa Benoist, I think is how you say it. Benoist, I'm not sure, but fuck, she's dynamite. She gave a performance, and I'm not just sucking dick because I'm heading up there. Like, even if I can get the job, I'd be saying this shit. There's an episode where they do, Kara, Supergirl, finds Red Kryptonite, Maxwell Lord. Maxwell fucking Lord is in it, man, as her Lex Luthor. These fuckers are so smart who make this show. I love it so much. He creates some Red K. He doesn't know it's Red K. He's trying to create kryptonite, but it winds up being Red K. And she gets a whiff of it, and it changes her demeanor, so she becomes bad Supergirl. So it's on CBS originally, the whole first season. This summer, right now in the summer, they're running reruns, and this season in the fall, it goes to CW where it belongs, the DCW, motherfucker, because that's where you got Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and now Supergirl all together in one universe and stuff. So they do this episode where, you know, it's on CBS. It ain't gonna get fucking crazy dark. Certainly not get as dark as that Batman v Superman movie or Suicide Squad. So, you know, she's not killing people. Like, of course, if a god, you know, suddenly was just like rogue, they'd be snapping necks. She does do a badass fucking thing where she pitches Cat Grant off her fucking balcony, man, lets her drop like 50 stories and then catches her at the last minute, and she's like, that's what power is. That was fucking dope. But the best moment of this episode, which is, again, like, you know, Kara's gone bad. Like, you know, it's a comic book pretense and shit. But once Red K's on the table, you're like, this could be goofy as shit. And they turned in the most touching fucking episode of the series, man. They have a little homage to Superman 3. Remember Superman 3, Chris Reeve, when he was drunk Superman in the bar, he's pitching peanuts and busting bottles? They actually had her do it in this episode. That was sweet for an old timer like myself. But when she comes out of the Red K influence, man, she has a conversation with her sister. Kara and her sister Alex are the heart of the fucking show, like two stepsisters. Beautiful relationship. One of the best sister relationships you've ever seen in a fucking TV show in your life. They're doing on Supergirl right now and shit. Melissa gives this incredible fucking heartbreaking performance, like pulling off like true violation, because she, you know, went rogue. She went mean. She's like, every mean thought I ever had came out. And that sounds corny, me saying it because I'm a middle-aged man and shit, but she fucking, oh my God, she 100% just aced it, man. Pitch perfect fucking performance. I was rolling tears. This is one of those shows that makes you cry. Believe me, I cried so hard in the episode where, the Manhunter it's called, man, the episode where you do the background of John Jones. And they also did background of Kara and Alex when they were kids. And like, I'm a sucker for any time a motherfucker hears a scream and tries to go save somebody. And they did that. Like in this fucking episode, they show Kara as a young kid, like on the beach, like just little touches like this. She's like looking up at the sky, at the birds, and people on the beach are talking to Alex, her older sister, like, your fucking sister's weird, man. And she goes over to her sister, and she's not really her sister. She's, you know, Kara Zor-El from the planet Krypton, who was sent here. Y'all know what the fucking show's about. I don't have to explain it to you. So anyway, she's looking up at the fucking birds, and her sister's like, don't fucking, what are you doing, man? They don't curse on the show, but what are you doing? You're making everyone weirded out. And it was a simple line, but I fucking loved it. She's like, we don't have birds where I come from. And so she's just staring up at fucking birds. Little touches like that make you go like, fuck, somebody gives a shit. Somebody writing these lines, man. Making touching little moments. So in that middle of the fight with her sister, she hears like a car accident and shit and fucking smokes over and just like saves the lady and her kid and fucking hands the baby to the lady. And the one beat that was missing was the lady should have been like, you're fucking 12. Like, and somebody says it later on, they're like, a lot of people looking on couldn't understand how a little girl did what you did, and they tell her to suppress her powers and shit like that. So that was in her childhood. That's in that same Manhunter episode. They do John Jones's backstory and they do her backstory as well a little bit. This is heartbreaking shit. It comes from the folks, the Berlantiverse, of course, so they know what the fuck they're doing. Andrew Kreisberg, who is like one of my favorite fucking people on the planet, is involved in this show as well, and you could tell, man, he's flashified the fuck out of this shit. Like, it is gripping. Like, the show's gripping, it's funny, it's got the 3 H's that they always tell you about, or I always tell you about, in the writer's room over at those CW shows. Heart, humor, heroics, man. Fires on all cylinders. Up till episode 6, nothing wrong with it and stuff like that, but it always felt like because it was on CBS, there was something they weren't able to do as well as they do on CW. And so by the time they hit episode 7, it felt like I was telling my friend, like, remember, you probably don't remember this, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, at one point, they're going for a job to like guard the fucking very railroads that they're constantly trying to rob and shit. And so there's old timers telling them, like, you gotta shoot that can over there in the distance, puts a gun in Sundance's hand and goes, fire! And he keeps trying to hit it and he can't because he's just doing it like this without fucking moving. And so the old man is just like, yeah, I knew it, and he walked away. And then Sundance is like, can I move? And he's like, what? And he's like, can I move? And he goes, yeah. And he pulls it out, bam, 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 takes all the fucking shit out of the way. Felt like by episode 7, somebody let these motherfuckers move because it was soaring, you know, no pun intended because it is about Supergirl. But my God, it's fucking fantastic stuff. 46-year-old man should not be fucking oohing and ahhing over this show, but I can't help it, man. Once again, just like Flash, they fucking go to the DC toy box and pull out every fucking character, man. They don't give a shit they don't belong to Supergirl. They're like, we're allowed to play in the Superman universe, so we're gonna give her all Superman's fucking villains, man. They do Toyman, and it's Henry Czerny playing fucking Toyman. You know, Henry Czerny was in The Boys of St. Vincent, one of the like greatest fucking TV movies ever made, came out of Canada about molestation, priests molesting kids. Not like, you know, popcorn, it was just well done when I say one of the greatest and shit. But that guy that they got him to play fucking Winslow Shot, the goddamn Toyman, and they made him fucking creepy and shit. It's astounding. They're pulling huge talent like they do on those CW shows. They're smart. They brought in Callista Flockhart, and she's fucking fantastic. Plays Cat Grant. She's kind of like the conscience of the show. Kara's bestie, even though she's her employer and stuff. But it's a really sweet relationship. Like, the first time you watch an episode of the pilot, I was like, all right, I get it. I understand what they're doing with this character. But no, like, the deeper you get into the show, man, the more they were able to kind of like do what they do so well over the CW. And now that this show is leaving CBS and going straight to CW, think of what they're going to be able to achieve. The first season of fucking Supergirl was thrilling, motherfucker. I don't know how else to say. I know some people are like, dude, I ain't watching a show about a girl. You're fucking stupid. I don't know what else to say. If you like this shit, if you love The Flash, I mean, I don't want to be reductive, but like the way Supergirl is presented, it's almost like just the female version of Flash. She's got her own fucking team, her own world, her own mission. They start the fucking shows the same, where she's like, my planet blew up. I'm Kara Zor-El, but I am Supergirl. Like, just that little thing that would appear at the top of a comic book when I was a kid to give you the background of all these characters. So I love this shit, man. It became my fucking religion. And, you know, look, I'm happy to see any show that, like, puts a positive spin or a female spin on this shit. It's a big boys club. We all know that, superheroes and stuff. That's not true. 51% of the population is women. A lot of motherfuckers. I go to con all the time. It ain't a sausage party. It's fucking women out there, girls that love this shit. But, you know, you got to preach it to them. You got to give it to them at a young age and stuff. And with this show, you got a whole generation of girls growing up thinking about Superman, about Supergirl, the way I thought about Superman when I was a kid. I mean, you can't fucking be it unless you can see it, as they say and shit. And that show shows you fucking, like, look, there's your hero. And it's not just her. Their powers, like, the rest of the cast around her, including, like, you know, her mom and Cat Grant and her sister, like Alex. So wonderful. Such a sweet goddamn show. It's aspirative, to say the least. Most of those CW shows are. But as a fan of DC Comics, they did fucking Silver Banshee. They did Livewire. She came from the fucking cartoon versus Superman animated series. They've done Brainiac, Indigo, but Brainiac 8. It's fucking crazy, dude. We're living in a world where they didn't do just Brainiac, but they did Indigo, the girl Brainiac. And it was the girl that played, the woman that played Supergirl back on Smallville, Laura Vandervoort. So if you're like a fan of deep cuts, they do that in the Berlantiverse. Next season, Linda Carter going to play the President of the United States on Supergirl. Wonder Woman. Like, fucking how cool is that? Who else, man? David Harewood, I think that's his name, Harewood, as the fucking Martian Manhunter. Like, I remember reading an interview with people that were working on DC Comics movies. I don't know who it was. But they were like, we're not ever going to use the fucking Martian Manhunter because how do you play that character? He's so stupid. He's just a big green guy from Mars. You know, that's reductive thinking. They found a way to fucking make him almost the equal star footing on the show to Supergirl. You give a fuck about his journey, man. Hank Henshaw, who really isn't Hank Henshaw, he's really Jean Jones from the planet Mars. They showed the fucking Martian war, dude. There's an episode with a fucking white Martian I'm gonna cry talking about it because I was sitting on my desk watching it in the morning. I'm awake and Baker, and I was sitting there fucking watching it, and I was like, no, fucker. And it was a white Martian, man. Like, that's straight out the comics too. And it was like, he was like, the white Martians came up from the center of the earth and killed my people. They burned them all and shit. Just like in the fucking comics, he lost his kids and his family. It's touching shit. I saw somebody online go, yeah, but the origin ain't straight from the comics. Eat a fucking dick. Are you nuts? Like, fucking somebody gives you something this good, you're gonna pick you and be like, yeah, but that isn't exactly how John Jones come to Earth. And don't eat a dick if you like eating a dick. Eat the other thing, whatever the opposite is. Eat the thing you don't want to eat. How dare you say that? They're doing the Lord's work with these fucking shows, man. It's just like when a new writer comes on. Like, I didn't create Daredevil. One day I did write Daredevil. And I'm sure I wrote a story that some people are like, that ain't my fucking Daredevil and stuff. So you might have that reaction going, that ain't my Martian Manhunter. I think you should give it a chance, man. I went through that whole fucking thing this weekend. Just like a fucking junkie. I binged like crazy. Insanely good, man. I love this show, and so I look forward to going up there and fucking shooting it. Here, nobody knows this, and it might change and stuff, and I might lose the job by talking about this, but fuck it. Andrew, maybe they even announced it at the TCA, I don't know. We did this before they announced it at the TCA and had it ready to go online. But Andrew Kreisberg told me that the name of the episode is Supergirl Lives. I'm gonna cry talking about this. Name of the script that I wrote back in 1996 was called Superman Lives. That's what they do over that fucking Berlantiverse. They make magic. They reach into your fucking heart. They cleave it in twain. They fill it full of fucking stuffing and shit, marshmallows, and sew it back up. They show it to you first, like fucker, and then put it back in your chest and sew you back up, and you're happy for it, man. They know how to fucking massage the ticker. I love this fucking show. Can't wait to work on it, man. I'm so happy to be able to talk about it. I've been sitting on this information for a while, and that's tough for me. You know that. I like to fucking blab and shit. And now I can. The CW folks were like, you can't say shit to the TCAs. And I was like, will it affect me getting the job? They were like, yes. And I was like, I ain't saying shit, because I want to go up to Vancouver. That's where they shoot the show now. Last season, they were all in Los Angeles. They shoot it now up in the same place where they shoot all the Berlanti shows. I can't wait to go up there, man, take a visit to Supergirl World, National City, and try to play. I might get to play with Superman. They've added Superman this year. You know how fucking mind-bending this is for me? I was never gonna direct that Superman movie, but I did write it back in the day. To be able to like work on the show where it's like, go direct Superman. Like, come on, man. I owe Andrew Kreisberg the sloppiest fucking blowjob ever committed to a dick in history. And hopefully we'll roll on that and you can watch it right here on Fatman on Batman. We'll use it to promote my Supergirl airing. I'm sure CW will be very happy about it. I am very happy about it. Happy to talk about it with you, man. There's some breaking news for you right there. Kevin Smith, gonna ruin Supergirl. No, I'm gonna try not to, man. Like, trust me, I went to Flash and I fucking hit it hard and stuff, so I'm looking to do the same thing here. I've done my homework, I'm ready to bring the heart and stuff. They got a lot more special effects on the show. I'm a little worried about that, man. I don't know how to make people fly. I'm sure someone will teach me how to do that. Green screen or some such shit like that. Or ropes, whatever the fuck, that get removed. But yeah, man, I'm gonna do an episode of Supergirl. That's all the information I have for you this week. So there's the news. That's it. Fucking, I'm directing Supergirl, man. I'm gonna try to direct every comic book show there is. And then I'm gonna go back in time and try to direct the ones that I grew up watching, like Batman 66. Once we perfect time travel, I will direct a young Adam West. I promise you this. Hey, this Sunday on AMC, man, my show with Greg Grunberg, Geeking Out. Remember we did the episode aired after Comic-Con? Well, we're back for our regular run. Starts at 11 o'clock on Sunday on AMC, right after the big fat-ass Walking Dead special, where they're gonna literally reveal who Negan kills. I'm kidding. That's never going to happen. Not in the preview. You got to wait to see that stuff. But watch the big preview for The Walking Dead, and right after, you're going to see The Walking Dead themselves, me and Greg Grunberg, sitting around talking about fucking all the things we love on Geeking Out. We speak to Nathan Fillion, we speak to Alan Tudyk, and we speak to a young up-and-coming filmmaker who's making a buzz around town in the independent film world, named J.J. Abrams. Yes, that's right, I buried the lead. J.J. Abrams is on our fucking first episode. Boom, I'm gonna drop the mic. Greg got him. I tried to call him, he was like, Kevin who? But he knows Greg, so boom, we got a show. I'm on the Geeking Out set, it's kind of a preview. Look, see him wearing that. So anyway, tune in Sunday night, man, Geeking Out on AMC. It is a fucking excellent show. Here's how I like the show. Here's how I know I like the show that I'm on, which you're like, go figure. If I wasn't on this show and this show existed without me, I'd be so fucking angry I'd try to get on the show. I would try to be a correspondent. Like, are you kidding me? That's all I do is talk about my betters and the work that they do. And that's what we do every week on Geeking Out, kind of like what we do on Fatman on Batman. That's it for Fatman on Batman. I'm Kevin Smith. Tune in next time, same fat time, same fat channel, smodcast.com or YouTube/Kevin Smith. Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, click that thing below that says subscribe. Every time you click that, you save a baby kitten from murder.